Wow.
Hey!
We are so back, ladies and gents. I don't know. Probably not.
Ladies and ladies.
Ladies and gays.
Yeah, and ladies. We are back.
I know we said we were gonna be back in November, and
That
then we weren't.
the end of the year, man, it really gets you. You
I don't
know.
even really remember what happened. I think it was the holidays.
You
And
moved to a new apartment. Looks great.
I did. Yeah, I have a new look. You can still see my sign, which I think matters for branding consistency.
Mm-hmm.
Um, which is really important to me. Obviously, considering if this was a real job, we totally wouldn't have been fired for just ghosting everyone for like 3 months.
Absolutely not.
But it happens, and now we're back. We're calling this season 2 unofficially. Like, let's just call it season 2. It is what it is. Here we
Let's
go.
call it what it is. Hell yeah.
Happy New Year, everyone.
Happy belated.
Happy belated New Year. I hope everyone had a really wonderful holiday season and a wonderful New Year. And I thought we could kick us off by that was so scary.
You were really tugging at your eye there.
Skin is so itchy because everything's so dry. I thought we could start with an in and out list
Oh, sure.
for 2025 and just talk about some things that we think are in and we think are out. Rubbing your eye into the back of your skull is definitely out, in my opinion. Especially when it flips your contact and then you lose your contact. Oh my God.
And then you panic, and it's like, it's in the back of my eye, isn't it? I have to get surgery, don't I?
I spent an embarrassingly long amount of time a couple of weeks ago. I was like on the couch, I rubbed my eye, and I felt that like it flipped my contact. So I got up and went to the bathroom to like see if I could see it and, flip it back in the right direction. And normally when that happens, like I just sit in front of my magnifying mirror and I can see like it in the corner of my eye folded. And like, I'm sorry if anyone listening to this is squeamish and doesn't like talking about eye stuff, but um I'm sitting there and I'm like digging around in my eyeball, like not finding this contact. And I know it's not in like I know sometimes you don't really tell that it's still on your eye. I'm like, I know it's not fucking there because I can't see. So
Mm-hmm.
that's it. Um, and about 4 days go by and I'm like walking through my bedroom and I step on something and hear like a crunch. And I'm like, no way. It wasn't in my, I was really convinced that it had just looped all the way back.
Oh,
Yeah, sorry, my
that's scary.
wet and driving me crazy. Also, I forgot I have something to open.
Oh? Oh, look at you.
This, sorry, let the camera
Oh,
focus.
right. Influence it. Signature Select store brand.
Yeah, store brand, Safeway brand Diet Coke left
Yeah.
over my Christmas party because I was a cheapo and bought store brand cola for people to make their mixers with, or people to make their mixed drinks with. Um,
Love
and
that.
no, Diet Dr. Kelp has been sold out on Amazon for an eternity. So
Yeah.
this is me.
I love that.
Yeah, and I'm also really tired, so I need a little bit.
A little boost. I'm just drinking water for right now because I went to the gym and I didn't drink enough water today.
Same. I'm double fisting.
Hell yeah, brother.
Rachel just dragged me to another fucking hot yoga class. It was a
Wow.
lot better though. I
Oh,
will say.
okay.
This one was more like real yoga.
The first one was what? Fake yoga?
The first one was not even remotely yoga. I don't even know why yoga is in the class title.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, my core power journey so far has been going to 2 classes with our friend Rachel. The first one we went to was her first class back to this studio in like years, I guess, since she lived in Richmond. And sorry, I guess that's like a lot of personal information about Rachel, but it's fine. Sorry.
This is actually a podcast about Rachel. So
Yeah. And her social security number is
yeah, and her credit card.
Yeah, so we go to the first one and it's called Yoga Sculpt. And in my head, I'm thinking yoga with hand weights.
Okay,
Like,
I'm thinking yoga with you're holding a lot of poses.
okay, interesting. So definitely not high intensity interval training.
No.
Okay, well, wrong. Um, that is what we did. Also, mind you, the room is 98 degrees. Like it is a heated studio.
Until you're back here, baby. 98 degrees.
Oh, yeah, whatever. I was in this
Oh, that
room
might
and
be BB Mac.
I'm like,
Sorry.
uh, I'm in fine shape. Like I run, I go to the gym. Let's get after my eye is fucking up. I'm like, let's get after it. I have never been so quickly humbled in my 29 years of existence. It was the hardest thing I've ever done in my life. We did like 5 rounds of burpees. Again, hot ass room. I'm normally pretty decent at pushing myself through a hard workout and being like, your body is capable of anything. Like, you can do it. But it's kind of a mind fuck to push your body to the limits in a room where you can't breathe naturally, like, because it's so hot. So I was just like, I'm not really loving this feeling from head to toe. Rachel at one point was like, I got full body chills because my body was just in like such fight or flight. So it was terrifying and it was legitimately high intensity interval training. Like there was no yoga. Like there was no yoga at all.
That's crazy.
I was my hair was in a ponytail and I could have wrung it out. It was so I don't think I've ever been that sweaty in my life, to be honest. So I was a little apprehensive going back today, but today was literally just like a vinyasa flow and it was normal. And there's like warrior pose and some stretching. And
So
I
it
was like,
was like hot yoga, but more vinyasa.
yeah, it was hot yoga with like some chiller flows.
Unsculpted.
Yeah, no, I'm not sculpted today. Maybe
That's
last
crazy.
week I was, but today I'm not sculpted at all.
All right, what's on your in and out?
Oh yeah, back to that. My first one is pretty important, and I know we disagree here. That espresso, I just almost said espresso.
Oh my God, and you're Italian.
Yeah, I'm really sorry about that, being Italian and mispronouncing
Sorry for being Italian.
for being Italian. Um, my out is espresso martinis. I feel like I just haven't had a good one in a while, and I'm tired of it. And I would like to replace all of them with pepperoncini martinis,
Sure.
which
I'm
are
not really a regular, I haven't found a regular martini that suits me. But I've been making my espresso martinis. I don't remember the last time I had an espresso martini not at home. So,
that's see, that's different. I actually had this fleeting thought today when I was like working where I was making my latte and I was looking at my martini glasses and I was like, how funny would it be if I show up on a Zoom call with my latte in a martini glass? Because it would look like an espresso martini and they wouldn't know that it's not. And it would just be kind of like,
I love a good cup switch up. Like, sometimes the drinkware is what brings me the joy of the beverage, you know?
I
And
agree.
like putting liquids in different types of vessels is like all I need in my day sometimes to bring the joy back.
It would be funny. Like, I really wish I put this in a glass. It's upsetting me that it's not in a glass because it's not as cold as I would like the can to be.
Oh, that'll
So,
do it.
yeah, but it's okay. Have you tried a pepperoncini martini?
No, I don't even know if I've gotten a dirty martini from a bar. I've tried to make them at home and it's not the same. My mom loves martini, but it's not dirty. It's basically just vodka with like an olive or three.
That's crazy. Does she even add the vermouth?
Yeah, she'll do I think it's like the way her parents would make it was a shot of vodka, half a cap of dry vermouth over ice with like 2 to 3 olives.
Would you say the way Harrods would make it?
Her parents.
Or parents? Okay. My Wi-Fi has been really bad today, so everything keeps going in and out. And I thought you said the way Harrods would make it. I was like, I didn't really pin Jay as like the London department store girly.
No, and she's not.
Yeah, she's not.
She
Like,
shan't be. Yeah, her parents or my grandparents, her parents would always have tea time, and we would get ice cream, and they would make their martinis. So
that makes sense. Do you like pepperoncinis? That's my next question.
yeah, I love olives. I love pepperoncinis. I love pickled things. Like anything that we would throw in a martini, I enjoy.
I feel like I need to make you my pepperoncini martinis because I do heavy on the pepperoncini juice. So they're like, oh my gosh, they're just so good. I could drink one right now.
All
Um,
right, you're on.
shouldn't I think I'm actually out of pepperoncini. It's hard. The return on pepperoncini brine is not that great. Like I bought a whole jar of them for my Christmas party to put on my charcuterie board, and I think I got like 3 or 4 martinis out of what came in the jar. And I've done a lot of research, and I mean, there's a gap in the market if we want to brainstorm like wholesale, wholesale.
Bro, have you seen the fucking dirty martinis are getting so popular? They just sell like olive brine.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We need
That's
to get in
crazy.
there for the other types of martinis. People are making pickle juice martinis now.
People are making everything martinis.
Yeah. Have you seen Logan's new thing? Like Logan the Cucumber Man?
Oh, I was just gonna ask, is that the cucumber guy? No, I haven't seen his new thing.
Logan's new thing is sometimes you just need to make a martini, and they're all these crazy, like he made it's kind of gross. He made a seafood boil martini the other day
So it's just Old Bay.
with like Old Bay and like a shrimp on it, and like oh my gosh, I just there was one that really intrigued me, and now I'm
I
oh this
saw the Caesar salad one.
yeah, that it's
It's interesting enough that I would want to taste it.
I don't know if I could like the milkiness with alcohol. I mean, I know that's what like espresso martini, if you add Bailey's, obviously is mixing milkiness and alcohol, but like
You like White Russians. We've drank White Russians
oh, you're
together.
right. I'm speaking out of my ass. I love a white Russian.
Just a PSA, we've gotten drunk off of White Russians before.
Yeah, I'm actually going to visit MK in a couple of weeks, and I need to
Aw.
be like, if you don't have white Russian ingredients,
If I'm not getting drunk with one or both of you, I don't want it.
yeah, I don't want it. It is disgusting.
It's a disgusting concept, and yet.
But so many things are. Like a dirty martini is disgusting.
Yeah.
Like olive juice and vodka, who I really want to go back in time and meet. I don't even know the history behind dirty martinis, but I would like to
Next
meet that.
episode, we're digging in. This is now what the podcast is, the history of cocktails.
Oh boy. Okay, so I guess we can move on from martinis because I've got a long list.
Oh, yeah, let's keep going then.
Okay, I think weed pens are coming back.
Oh, yeah.
Um,
I didn't know they left.
they left for me.
Oh, okay.
This is personal. Again, this is personal.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
They left like kind of on accident. Um,
Mm.
but out is EpiPens.
Are you not carrying yours around anymore?
Oh, I am, but I don't want to be, and I find it so embarrassing. I mean, we've been saying for years if you have a serious allergy, grow up.
Yeah.
It's just embarrassing. Anaphylaxis couldn't be me.
Darwin wants you to die. Like, just do
Yeah,
it.
it's crystal. The proof is in the
Kidding.
pudding.
Kidding.
But last year I had an allergy, so I had to start carrying around little EpiPens, and I'm just over it. They're so bulky. And have you
Mm-hmm.
seen how micro our purses are these days? Like
Yeah.
they're huge. They expire every 8 months. The cheapest version you can get is through GoodRx, and it's still almost $200. Like I'm out. I'm out. And if you have one, I'm sorry, it's embarrassing for you.
If you have one, I hope your insurance is better than Kimmy's.
That I didn't even use insurance.
Yeah, you can't with GoodRx.
Yeah. And like my insurance was making it more expensive than GoodRx.
Mm-hmm.
So I just did GoodRx. I was like, why would I use my insurance if you're going to charge me more money?
I don't know. Someone get Luigi on this.
Someone kept saying this the other, oh my God. I'm an idiot. This was on, oh my God. This was on a date. Okay. Oh my God, Hannah, I just had an epiphany.
You're literally like having a recovered memory
Hannah,
live.
I'm having a war flashback to my date last weekend. He kept saying something. Oh my God, we were talking about EpiPens because
Oh.
he read my in and out list and he said something about Luigi. And in my head, I was just like, I didn't say this out loud, thank God. But I was like, why are we talking about Nintendo? Like, I didn't even think United Healthcare. Like, I did not even go there. And I think he said it more than once, like trying to make the joke land. And it was just right over my head. So I'll need to bring that up in a future conversation and
You need
admit
to apologize to that man.
the joke was funny. I'm just stupid.
In a turn of events, this podcast is recommending you apologize to a man.
God, that's crazy. Also, I need to say and admit to everyone that this podcast was about to be my 2024 dating wrapped. However, I chickened out because I just started having reservations about like reading all of the men that I saw last year to filth publicly on the internet. It was a lot funnier in private to our friends, and I'd like to keep it that way. I am happy to go through my top 5 favorite, and by favorite I mean least favorite male interactions I had last year,
Yeah,
as consolation, but we can wrap that up at the end.
I think that's fair.
I am literally mind blown about the Luigi reference. I was already in my head about this date because I overshared within like the first 5 minutes and just had one of those dates where I felt like I never shut up. And it's not because he was quiet, he was genuinely asking a lot of questions and it was a great date. And I hope there's another one. But I got home and I was like, I talked so much, like blah, blah, blah. And so now I'm just sitting here like, Jesus fucking Christ, I missed the joke.
Yeah.
Now it's doomed.
Well, let me know how the apology goes.
Thanks. I'll follow up. Oh my gosh, my phone keeps falling. Okay, Han, do you have an in that you would like to share an in and out, or do you want me to keep going through my list?
You can keep going. I have nothing right now.
This one's controversial.
Yep, brave.
Yeah, brave of me to admit. I think Dave Portnoy's in.
I definitely think he has a better light on him this year, so we'll see how it goes.
Yes, I agree. And my reasoning for this is because I really love when guy friends stick up for their friends who are girls. I think it's like really endearing when you can platonically do that. And the way that he went to bat for Brianna Chicken Fry during the whole Zach Bryan drama really warmed my heart. Like, can you imagine like our guy friends making a diss track about one of our exes? Like, it would just, I think I would die happy. It would be the cutest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah,
So he's in. Obviously, Zach Bryan is my out for that one.
for sure.
Fucking out. I unfollowed him on Instagram.
Good.
He doesn't deserve any of our attention. Like I look very yellow.
Oh,
Doesn't it make me look yellow? It's like a little, it's giving jaundice.
it's
Is this
giving
better? Am I
jaundice. No,
this is
you.
more
It might be a little bit more neutral, but it's the slightest difference, I think.
great. Well, we're gonna roll with this one.
For sure.
Okay, Miller Lite Pan is super in.
Oh yeah.
And another controversial one, Draft Guinness is out.
Okay, I guess you hate Irish people.
I do. And I'm also just really tired of like being in a bar and all the boys like, we gotta split the G. Like, shut up. Shut
When
up.
did guys start drinking Guinness that much?
When splitting the G became the most important thing in the universe.
What the fuck is that?
Anna, you don't know what splitting the G is?
No, unless you're talking about a gram of like weed. I've
No,
no,
like
unless it's been in reference to drugs, I don't know what G means.
no. Okay, so like imagine that let's call this splitting it's gonna sound splitting
I'm thinking of two guys waiting for the foam to grow on their Guinness, and then they have straws on each side once it's fully done, and then they look into each other's eyes like a milkshake and split it.
close. Splitting the D is let's imagine we're gonna call this splitting the D. Which like I'm sorry, but that's just the most applicable letter on this can.
Hell yeah.
The No, I'm sorry, back up. Splitting the C is a lot more easier to explain. It would be as if I had to take one gulp and it ended right in the middle of the C. So the goal on a Guinness pint, which like has the Guinness logo probably
Yeah.
in the top quarter of the pint glass, you take your first sip and the goal is to then have the like foam to beer line even out directly between where the G has its little letter opening. It is just as stupid as it sounds, but Guinness marketing has fucking run with it. They're now, this is genius, like actually genius. They've made pint glasses that have the Guinness logo 3 times. So you have 3 chances to try to get it. And like, I mean, again, Guinness fucking out, but it's just so brilliant because it makes you drink it faster and then they go and they buy more.
Absolutely. And you know what? If we were anywhere other than the United States, I'd be like totally okay with this. I'm just like, when did they decide that that's what they wanted to do here? Also, so we're just saying that like splitting the G, a Guinness is like the official drink of like the super like OCD, like autistic people, or I have to get
Yeah.
this gulp exactly right, you guys.
Yeah. We can make that claim scientifically on this podcast.
Very interesting.
As we've said before, this is a science podcast.
Mm-hmm. Women in STEM.
Yeah. So replacing Guinness with Miller Lite in a can. It is
Yeah.
so good. Don't know if you've
Miller High Life, the champagne of beers, and I
Yes.
strongly agree.
Yeah, so good. Okay, in East Coast weekend trips and out is going to Europe. I'm so tired of people's Europe trips, like ours included. I just like I no, don't care. You're in Lisbon, cool. Been there, done that. Um, in drinking champagne on non-occasions.
For sure.
We're going to a concert. I'm gonna have a glass of champagne.
Which
We're
is funny because you never were a big champagne person when we met.
No, I wasn't. And recently I've been like champagne, champagne, champagne. It's so good. I was just about to say something I can't say on this podcast, but I'll tell you after.
Okay.
Uh, and out is not getting drunk on ski trips.
Mm,
Like, I feel like accidentally the couple ski trips I've been on have been so tame. And I'm like, I go to Park City next week and I'm like, all bets are off. We're, we're doing it.
getting drunk when you're not skiing.
We're getting drunk all the time. Like, if we're going on a ski trip, we're getting drunk. That's the rules. I make them now.
Okay, be careful.
I did have my only fall of last season be after lunch IPAs. So I'm not okay. I need to rephrase that, I guess. Condoning skiing while under the influence because I agree that that's really scary. I'm condoning going skiing and then getting drunk. We did
Yes.
not do that last year, and
Yeah.
it didn't really bother me. I had a great time, but we could have tried harder.
I'm with
All,
you there.
all I'm saying, YOLO's back in.
Yeah.
Slays
YOLO.
out.
Slays out. I'm still gonna say both.
I'm trying not to say slay to stick to my guns. In Gap family of companies,
Interesting.
out Zara.
Oh yeah.
In the artist Aurora, I love her. She's like the female Hozier. She's
Mm-hmm.
Norwegian. Amazing. Out, you know my stance on this. Chaperone. I am so tired of her. I'm so tired of her. If she doesn't show up on anything that I see in 2025, I'll be the happiest person in the world. In sending vlogs to your friends, I live alone now. I have literally nothing to do. I record myself all the time. And I don't care if you guys watch it or not. I'm sending it to you.
Yeah.
I literally talk to myself. Sometimes I wonder if my neighbors who walk by in the hallway can hear me talking to myself. I guess they wouldn't know that I live alone, but there's no one replying when I'm speaking out loud. So
Well,
that was
you do talk to your cat a lot too, so.
I do. She's under my feet.
Oh.
Um, okay, travel run, fucking out. Oh wait, I said sending vlogs to friends. And out Spotify Wrapped.
Yeah, it's so fake. Like your data is corrupt, the way you measure shit is different. Like it's not objective.
No, not a
Spotify
lot,
Wrapped.
like fake just sounded like such an insult. It's so fake.
It is. It's like the data they collect, they're counting you listening to like 10 seconds of a song as listening to a song. So if the same song keeps coming up and I keep saying next, 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 it's counting as listening, and then that's how it ends up in your top.
And that changed from last year.
Yeah.
They used to only count plays as you finished the song.
Yes,
So,
and the way they have their algorithm now, where it's the same songs you listen to are always the first on the playlist. And I'm like, no, my playlist is 7 hours. Why am I hearing the same hour of songs?
yes.
That
This
also really bothers me. So you're skewing your own data.
yeah, this really bothered me last year because Bring Me the Horizon's new album was like probably statistically my most listened to album. And they have like this one like interlude song that's just like robot noises for 45 seconds.
Yeah.
And I never listened to the whole thing except for maybe once or twice going through the whole album start to finish top down. And it's on my top songs. Like I did not listen to that song.
Yeah.
Get it off my desk. It bothered me so much. Some influencer posted like an alternate website that was like, this is more accurate Spotify Wrapped data. And I did it. And I did think that it was more accurate. But yeah. My top artist was because of a man last year. So
Yikes.
yeah, we live and we learn. I mean, and I also unfortunately have come to love that artist. So whatever. Anyway, moving on. In saunas, I don't have one. I don't have access to one.
I don't have one, but they're totally in.
So fucking in, it's unreal. um, yeah, that's all I've got there. And then out cuticle oil. Holy shit, the overstimulation I feel.
Cuticle oil, I feel like, is also a scam. It feels fake. It's just like ultra hydrating your cuticles, and for what?
It is a scam. I've been on scam cuticle oil TikTok for a while, which is basically like it's just moisturizing, like just use a hand cream. Like you don't need to moisturize your cuticles at all. Just
I I chew my cuticles, and so I'll put Aquaphor on to like help
yeah.
like heal the skin. Like
But like you could put cuticle oil all over your whole body.
yeah,
Like
it
it's just a moisturizer.
it's just like argan oil or something like that. I'm like, I
Yeah.
already have that for my hair, so
That.
har harbor.
And then lastly, but not leastly, red light therapy is in and real therapy.
That's so fake of you because you are actively getting a new one, looking for
Yes,
a
I
new
am.
one.
Tomorrow I have
Yay!
my therapist tomorrow. For those of you listening at home, my old therapist, and by old I mean as of 3 weeks ago, is moving off the platform that I use, and so I can't get therapized by her anymore. So I have to switch. And
R.I.P.
with my new therapist, maybe I'm testing the waters. I'm going on a first date with a therapist tomorrow, 10 a.m. I'll let you know.
We'll see what happens. Hopefully, it's good.
Yeah, hopefully it's good. I feel like it's always so hard shopping. Sorry.
Bless you. My sister
Um,
just got a new
um,
therapist,
yeah.
and so did my mom. And so I'm just like, I'm sitting here and I'm like, it just feels
Hey,
like we
girl.
all should like set up PowerPoint presentations or like some timeline of some sort to just like like visually go through and be like, here are my traumas, here's my history, here's like what's happened to me, here's the relationships, like all that stuff.
I have questions about this actually, as someone who's about to start with a new therapist.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like there should be a central repository of your therapy work so that my new therapist can like review my file and be like, oh, she's working on XYZ. I worked with my last therapist for over 2 years,
Yeah.
almost 3 years. So, what does she just walk away with all of my life experiences? And now my new one is going to be like, what, I'm like, am I starting over? It feels so, that's the one thing where I'm like, I genuinely almost just said fuck it this year and like genuinely said real therapy's out because I was like, why am I starting over? Like, what am I going to explain to her? Like, all the drama we've had in the last 2 years, every date I've been on in the last 3 years, and what it's done to my brain chemistry. Like, what's going on with my parents? What's going on with like, that's going to take
Yeah.
3 years.
Yeah, it does. And honestly, there's like stuff that with my therapist who I've had for a couple years that like we haven't really even touched on yet because there's just other
Right.
things that come up. And that's
Yeah.
kind of like the nice part about therapy is because it's ongoing, like you have time to catch up on those things.
Yeah.
So you can kind of like talk with you can bring that up and be like, I don't even know where to start. Like, how do I catch you up on everything? They may have better like ways that they want to do it. They may have a suggestion. They may say just whatever you want to work on first. But
Yeah.
like, it's very interesting because all the therapists like have their own way of doing things. So they
Right.
probably wouldn't want notes from another therapist because it would sort of like
True.
cloud their judgment in a way. Because,
Yeah.
every therapist is different and has different specialties as well. So it's like,
Yeah.
this therapist may have maybe like what were you working on and like what did you like about what you did and like what tools maybe were you using or something.
Yeah.
And you may be like, I used this, but I really didn't like it or find it effective. And they might have been like, I find that a lot in my practice. Who's to say? But it is
Yeah.
very daunting, which is why it really feels like a first date when you go to a therapist versus
That is
like going to a gynecologist.
And when my last one told me she was leaving, I cried.
Yeah.
I cried at therapy, normal. I cried at therapy about my therapist leaving, not normal.
Yeah.
Like, I was so upset. I was like, also, the way that this light is shining in my hair is sort of making me look like I have grays. Do you see it?
You look like you have like low lights, like blue or purple low lights.
I look like I'm graying. And this is, do you see, or am
It
I just
doesn't look like you're graying. It looks like you have like really intense like high and low lights or
like
whatever.
Cassidy Pope?
Yeah.
I feel like I feel like it looks like I have gray hair, which is not funny because we're
Because
old.
I do.
Have you started getting grays?
Oh yeah, I started getting grays in my 20s.
Oh,
Working
well,
at our first job, I got my first gray hair.
mm,
And then when
not.
I left, I started getting less gray hairs, so maybe it was those drops.
Speaking of old jobs, I don't think I can say this either.
We'll talk about it later. Apparently, we have some catching up to do.
Yeah, I actually forgot to text you this today. It was like one of those things where I was like, oh my God, I have to send that to Hannah, and then I forgot. Um, okay, so that was it for my ins and outs
I
list.
love that.
Hope you all enjoyed. Um, And yeah, I just really chickened out of doing dating wrapped. I don't know if anyone hasn't seen it and is particularly interested. It is a 15-minute presentation. I'm happy to share it with you.
I think you could be able to edit it in a way that takes out some personal information about people if you were really interested in sharing it.
I could totally take out the personal information, but like I can't, the humor is,
Specific.
it's just like I don't need someone to sue me for defamation. Like.
Bullying. Boom, bitch.
Bullying. I'm a bully.
We do bully people on the internet, so.
I met a bully on Saturday and
That guy sucked.
I met a bully on Saturday and it really made me reconsider just like everything about my personality. I don't know.
I hate people that are like that. Like they just make you they're like, "Oh my God, I talked too much. I was too loud." Like not in the self-conscious way like after that date you described earlier, but in the way you're like they were so combative with me and like made it very clear that like I was being obnoxious and I'm like, "Oh my God, was I?" And then
Yes.
it's you talk to other people and they're like, "No."
Like literally everyone sitting here is my best friend. I'm not the one who's being annoying.
I'm not the one that has to prove myself, and that's probably why he was being so obnoxious, is because he felt the need to like prove himself.
Ding 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 ding.
Insecurity.
Instead of that what is the cartoon SpongeBob, instead of the SpongeBob meme of it going imagination, I want one. You can make this. Can you do this for me?
Yeah.
I want to say insecurity. I just need that meme. I need it as a sticker. I need it in my back pocket. Oh wow, that was such a missed opportunity in stealing your own emojis off the internet.
Oh yeah.
Really important. I have a whole repository of them. I'm very proud. I have some favorites. It just really adds a little spice to your life. Um, like here, I'm going to show everyone some examples. Okay, the bloody knife. You're like, Kimmy, what do you need that for? Mind your business. It's literally incredible. I like the little nerdy looking one because that one's really good for when someone's like,
Actually,
yeah. Like, actually, you're wrong.
actually,
This one, I love how evil it is. It's just like idiot.
fucking
That's what
loser.
that's what you can send after you actually and prove them right or prove them wrong, I should say. The broken halo, that one gets me. So good. Like I tried. I'm just evil. Sorry. Also the blood splatter, I think, is a really important
That's a
one.
popular one for you.
Yeah, it's a good one. Finger guns. Like,
Hot. Did
like
you did you just save these off of like Google Images or did you
yes.
download one of
So
those
okay.
keyboards?
Yes. I'm a veteran at this actually. So I'm gonna plug this Instagram account because to our 13 listeners. It's called you know what, guys? I don't freaking know what it's called.
It's called
I think it's called Emojis We Need. Don't know. Anyway, there's some Instagram along the lines of emojis you need, emojis we need to exist, something like that. And they make all of these emojis that are fucking hilarious. My F-bomb count this episode is just
who cares?
I do because that guy that I went on a date with 3 years ago who told me that I curse too much lives in the back of my brain. Don't remember his name. I
I
do
wish you
remember.
did. Do you
I
also
do.
have his address for science?
I don't. I do remember his name, but I'm not obviously gonna say it. There's that Instagram account. If you just Google emojis we need, their Instagrams come up and you can just save the photo and then make the sticker off of the photo from Instagram. However, one pro tip, you guys, you can't make a sticker from a screenshot, which is really specific of Apple to build into their interface.
I make stickers of screenshots all the time.
Oh, mine doesn't let me. Like I
Huh.
can't I screenshot. Maybe it's I don't know if it's because they can like better read the photo that it's a fake emoji. Like I don't know if Apple's that smart, but if I screenshot the emoji on Instagram and then go to photos to make the sticker, doesn't work.
Cause I'll take screenshots of like the pictures you send of Holly. I'll zoom in and take a screenshot and then make the
I don't
sticker
know.
and stuff like that.
Maybe it's like specific to emojis,
Hmm.
you know?
Interesting. Just to
Um,
say.
yeah, I love a
Yeah,
good
DIY emojis and memes are definitely in for
oh, it's
2025.
called very necessary emojis. And they also provide context. Like
I hate that.
so good. There's so many good ones. Okay, hang on. I really want to try it. So let's see if we want to make one off of this. I'm gonna zoom screenshot. go to my screenshot. I feel like a boomer. Uh,
Okay, boomer.
okay, boomer. Do do do. Oh wait, now I gotta go to messages. Stickers. Add. Okay. Sorry to our non-visual listeners. Okay, this is what happens. I gotta make sure there's nothing inappropriate in my camera roll. I don't know why there would be. When I go to create sticker, my screenshot's not there. See what I mean?
Check to see that it's not like somewhere else in your camera roll because sometimes they get.
It is. So, okay. Do you see recently saved?
Yeah.
I click. Not there. It's like they know that I'm trying to create a fake screenshot.
I took this screenshot off of Pinterest.
Yeah.
I can add sticker.
Where are you in photos?
Yeah.
Okay, hang on. Oh,
And yeah. Oh.
except for do you see that the eyes aren't there?
Well,
Let me
try it.
look at
An eyeless emoji is so creepy.
so creepy. I gotta delete that. Oh my gosh. Okay, that was fun. To wrap us up, I instead of my dating wrapped, I am gonna walk us through my top 5 male interactions of 2024.
Okay.
Um, oh, also I have a really funny. I'm all over the place.
You
My
really are.
first, I have a new bit I want to share with you.
Okay.
And I really think you're gonna like it. Okay. You know when someone I'm already laughing at myself. I also already over caffeinated myself earlier today. And I really have my best ideas when I'm over caffeinated. But normally when I get over caffeinated, I'll go to the gym, but I couldn't go to the gym because I committed to yoga with Rachel and like I'm not going to over exercise because that's unhealthy for my brain and my body. So I just had to ride it out and I thought of this new bit. And it is, you know, when someone asks you to repeat yourself by saying what,
Mm-hmm.
say something, they go, what? I think instead of repeating myself now, I'm just gonna say, I wouldn't expect you to understand. And like imagine saying that to a man. Oh, so good. Um, okay. My top 5 male interactions of 2025. Number one was when a guy asked me if I would be upset if he canceled our second date for the second time. And I said that I was a little frustrated, but then proposed an alternate day for us to meet the following week. And instead of responding, he ghosted me and unmatched me on Hinge. That was fun. Um, that pissed me off so much that I had to stop interacting with men for an entire fiscal quarter. Um, Number two was ending a situationship in a screaming match at Willow's. Screaming is hyperbolic. It was a heated discussion where I cried a lot and called him disgusting and despicable, and then walked out and blocked him on everything, and we haven't spoken since. That's definitely number two. Number three is me ending a situationship over text in February
Hell
after
yeah.
dating, whatever, I don't know, 4 or 5 months. Number four is a man texting me in 3 paragraph essays for approximately 3 weeks and going on a really great, successful first date. And then following up in 3 paragraph essays for the following 4 days, only to wake up one morning and say that he doesn't feel a connection. And then I think I have my number 5 spot, which is the person from number 2, the Whitlow's guy, showing up to one of our best friends' birthday parties 4 months later, where he was not invited and had no mutual friends and should not have been there. Yeah. So great. We're on the up and up in 2025.
Can
I'm
only go up from here.
already starting with embarrassing myself for not knowing a Luigi context.
Strong. Started strong.
Getting strong. Starting.
Speaking of, you were talking about you had to go to the gym earlier. I also, or you didn't go to the gym, but you do that when you have a lot of energy. So I had to go to the gym earlier too, because I can't do much right now, but I will go walk at the gym. And it doesn't do too much, but it's something. And so I was just driving to the gym and I had like a shuffle on my Spotify and it was a playlist that I didn't know many songs. So this song came up and it was like made me think of like how many songs are out there where people compare like whoever they're into being like their drug and their serenity and all this shit.
Yes.
And it's like why would you like with a man especially like why would you think that like they're like your peace and like you're the drug that like just gets me going or like calms me down or whatever. I'm like the men that I know are like epicac. Like you make me want to barf. Or like you're my ammonia smelling salts that rudely wake me up after being passed out. Like
Yeah.
that's what you're a drug? Yeah, you're literally like over the counter like
Yeah.
Miralax. Like
You're the sound of my alarm.
yeah.
Your nails on a chalkboard.
Y-
You are stepping on a Lego. Like you are missing the metro by 10 seconds.
You're rubbing alcohol in my paper cut.
Ooh.
Like your hand sanitizer over my chapped hands.
Yeah. Like
You are not helping the situation, sir.
you're my purse strap constantly coming off of my shoulder when I'm wearing a puffer jacket.
Exactly. I'm like, look, you're
I love
literally
how you just go exactly. Like a man would never understand what that feels like and how and
well,
how,
some might.
and how frustrating it is to just like be walking anywhere in the winter. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, that's another thing. We can invent two things. One, purse straps that stay up on puffer jackets, and two, pepperoncini brine wholesale.
Just wear a bomber jacket that has one of those like button straps and just strap your fucking bag on your jacket.
I've seriously considered like creating some type of strap.
Yeah.
I don't
It's
know.
just I
It
don't
needs
know.
to be like a harness.
We need crossbody bags, we need
Yes,
backpacks.
bring crossbody bags
You know,
back.
bring those fucking string bags back, the drawstring bag that everyone had in
Yes.
like middle school and high school.
And I used to
Immediate,
wear
by
it.
the way, that's an immediate ick when I see a man wearing one of those nowadays.
Did you see that the Relatables podcast posted on their story yesterday asking for the most cringe things that a man could wear?
Oh
I
god.
I went in. I probably I probably submitted no less than 18 things.
Yeah, I know. I saw you said like 3 or 4 at least, so.
Well, that was just me being coy on Snapchat. Okay. I literally said like in the teens. It was in the teens. It was puka shell necklaces,
Ugh.
um, any type of short like that isn't short. Like I don't like the ones that touch your knees, like long shorts,
Oh.
like baggy.
Jinko jean type.
Yes, yeah. Um, flip flops, absolutely not. Unless you're at the beach, maybe I would give you a pass. Tank tops of any sort, aviators, Gymshark out in public. That isn't a personal attack on women
Bodybuilding.com.
I just spoke about. Oh my goodness. I mean, yeah, the list goes on. Oh, silicone bracelets. Why are we still wearing?
Like
Like,
the Live Strong.
yeah, why?
I just got handed one the other day. I was at an event and they had like the organ donor people where they're promoting. And I am an organ donor, but they just were like, "Here, have a bracelet." Like we were walking around, people came up, were like, "Here, take these bracelets." We're like, "Okay." I'm like, now I feel guilty throwing it away, but I'm literally never gonna wear it.
I need someone who's like really environmentally inspired to do a case study on how many tons of silicone bracelets are in the earth's landfills.
Yeah.
Like it has to be billions.
I mean, it's silicone bracelets specific. I don't know, but silicone in general. Ton.
Yeah. Like why are we using these like no one wears them, and if you wear them,
You're either under the age of 18 or
you're icky. It
I would
came.
wear them for a specific event. Like if I was at an organ donor event promoting organ donation, then I would wear the bracelet. But I wouldn't like wear it in my free time. Oh my god, is there gonna be a tiny cat? She's gonna say goodbye to everybody.
So she's gonna help us sign off.
Okay.
Hi, you know where to find us. Um, I actually
Hi.
have my own Instagram, but my mom doesn't use it.
Oh, she's like, oh,
Hi. Oh, thank you, Holly.
that was so cute and small. Oh, snuggling.
Okay, everyone, thanks for listening. Sorry it took us a gajillion years to get back into the swing of things,
Here
but
we go. Next time you'll have my ins and outs. I'll write them down. Been a little busy this month.
this was my ins and outs. Next episode will be Hannah's ins and outs. We love you. Here's to a good year. And
Yeah.
see you next Tuesday.
Stupid
Bye.
idiots. Bye.
Bye.
Funny, hot, very cool. Funny, hot,